If my comment section from a while ago is anything to go by, people wanted me to talk about this story because it is just really funny. Kotaku editor-in-chief Jen Glennon resigns, and of course we couldn't find a single fuck to give. It's been, 2 weeks since Alyssa Mercado's crappy Gamergate relaunch put Kotaku back on the map again, and for all the wrong reasons. Classy one this is, and well, this is what she looks like. I like that Park Place, but damn, you guys did her dirty. What does her Twitter page look like? Let's see. Okay, never mind, I take it back. Why do they always look insane? Freaking goggles of a damn stalker, that is, but anyway. Not even out the door yet, and they insult the CEO who owns Kotaku's parent company, Jim Spanfeller of Go Media. Again, very classy. You know, I can't help but notice, which is always a very dangerous thing to do these days, this one, Alyssa Mercante, Ash, whatever the one is who wrote the Verge article a few days ago, I may still do a video on that one, I don't quite know yet. Kim Belair, the CEO of SBI, again, if only there was some underlying XX variable I can use to group all of these people. Alas, I am stumped. Yet I can't help but notice, everywhere you find them, you will find a typhoon of misery whose entire existence amounts to ruining everybody else's bloody fun. It fills me with an urge to practice some highly discriminatory gatekeeping. What say you, fellow Western man, which way will you go? But apparently she resigned due to a current shakeup in the website's current management structure, as well as decision-making processes at Go Media, because they might have to actually play some games for once and not practice being soon-to-be cleaning up the cat piss activists, stating, I firmly believe that the decision to invert Kotaku's editorial strategy to deprioritize news in favor of guides is fundamentally misguided given the current infrastructure of the site, hence why they're changing it. This decision is directly contradicted by months of traffic data and shows an astonishing disregard for the livelihood of the remaining writers and editors who work here. Oh, boo fucking who, cry more. If they're so good, why not encourage them to go with you, if they're such talented and mesmerizing individuals? Secondly, the switch-up is, I think 7 remaining writers must, instead of knocking out hit pieces and cheap-ass propaganda, now write 50 game guides per week. Good luck with that. I think Grum said on Twitter, nah, this is the cheapest way to tank the company and avoid severance packages to just get everyone to quit instead. The traffic argument is a joke. I want to see how much traffic the Kotaku get in the last, say, 3 months, and tell me the last 2 weeks isn't peak traffic. I'm genuinely curious. So we have Alyssa with this on the Twitter. The fact that leadership wanted to aggressively pivot what Kotaku does in the midst of an harassment campaign levied against me, because of course her world revolves around her, the selfish bint, which is not at all predicated on your crappy writing, cheap smears, lies, and gaslighting. And the site for an original piece of reporting that was the second most read story for over a week is telling mama. Oh, it drove industry-wide conversation, and it's still driving it. But what about how to get coins in Super Mario 64? It drove industry-wide conversation. This one's head is so far up her own ass she can turn shrugs into a glute exercise, for heaven's sakes. It drove the conversation in much the same way a building on fire draws eyeballs. The reason it was driving industry-wide conversation is because your stupid mouth lied about it and then continued lying about it. And your boasting about it makes it seem like you're proud of your lying clickbait. You do realize that is not good for journalistic integrity? Wait, what am I saying? She doesn't even know what that means. Journalism or integrity, for that matter. Frankly, after that, you've been telling the same joke for 10 years comment, I just dismiss whatever she has to say. It's really not worth your time. Besides, she's going to be out of work in a while as Kotaku shrivels away and finally tanks, either because she leaves of her own accord or because she gets fired because of her so-called services no longer being necessary. Man, that sounded far more sexual than I intended. Ah, gross. I do have a question though. Why now? Is it because they're embroiled in controversy and it looks bad for business? I mean, they've had the stupid activist editor for 5 months now. I'm genuinely curious because apparently the company is still generating revenue for how much and for how long, who the hell knows. And from what I read, they are known for hemorrhaging so-called talent. Frankly, from what I could see, they just hire really stupid idiots. Because as Disparu pointed out, the previous editor-in-chief of 2021, Patricia Hernandez, because of course it frickin' is, wrote the following, getting the top editing gig 2 weeks before E3. But also, I want to dismantle and redefine what a video game website can be, which is activist speak for I seek to subvert this website for my own personal glory because my life sucks and I want to feel like I matter for once. I do not like what I see. She means a mirror, not Kotaku, by the way. Where do I even begin? I would recommend a change in diet and stop dressing like you want to gate crash a lesbian wedding. I could be entirely off basis, but I'm going off the cliched uniform over here. I hate that nearly every website day to day is predicated on the release schedule and news cycle set by publishers. Yeah, because it's a gaming website, you dolt. What the hell did you expect over here? I hate the coverage cycle of big budget video games and how a game is never more important than when it doesn't exist yet or when it just launched. Because that's the prime time to market the game. Hello, your job is to help drive sales and not to give an opinion, one would imagine. I hate that so much. Man, is there anything you do like? Because every frickin' paragraph or sentence starts with I hate. Goodness sakes. I hate that so much of what game websites consider worthy of coverage is often written for a specific type of presumed reader. Yeah, they're called gamers, the prime consumer of games. It does not matter if a website is considered progressive. Piss off with your politics, they are not welcomed here. It says everything that when writing about certain issues, video game websites often have to take care in explaining basic-ass concepts like racism is real. By the way, these were her opening remarks upon getting the gig. No wonder you were fired. Again, does anyone remember this was supposed to be a gaming website? I say was because I do not see Kotaku lasting for very much longer. Hell, at this rate, they would be lucky to see the end of the summer. Sure as hell would make ours better if they didn't. Oh, hello, accelerationism. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.